Hello, good evening. I hope you're all doing great. It's a Sunday morning at the moment, nearly 2:30 in the morning, and I'm enjoying some tobacco with a nice cup of coffee. So what did I do today? I just watched some YouTubes of mine, and I must say I'm very pleased with the outcome actually. Some of them weren't great, and with not great I mean that I was really psychotic, trying to explain myself, what it's like to be schizophrenic and psychotic. What's that like, you know? I lost it big time. And to see the difference, like I said, I'm very happy, and I want to talk about it for a bit. Also read some material, maybe I will talk about that later on. Yeah, schizophrenic, it's a tough illness, it really is. It is really devastating actually, to see where I came from, with delusional thoughts, losing reality sense all the time. You know, like thinking but not reaching the shore of your mind, really lost and gone. And I had that all the time, 24/7. You know, every second of the day I was lost. And now I'm learning to see more peacefulness in myself, tranquility in a way. That's great to notice. But back then, you know, like taking the bus, for instance, that I could feel all the people inside of the bus, that they were inside of me, in my own thoughts, in my own feelings. That's sensitive. You know, when do people feel you and understand what you're thinking or feeling? And nowadays, I'm getting my intuition back more often, so that what I'm thinking mostly appears within a couple of seconds later on in my life. Really sensitive, but in a good manner. HSP, it's called, highly sensitive person. When being psychotic, you're lost in turmoil, you know, delusional thoughts and things like that. Hallucinogenetic, if I'm pronouncing it correct. What's that like, you know? It really is intense, it really is. First a sip. God, that's also something. Most people don't want to talk about God, but they think it's a man or, you know, weird things. But God is energy, and God is everything, and also behind the curtain of life and death. For me, you know, it's normal, because I'm thinking about it every day. It's okay, you know, reincarnation and the afterlife and things like that, and traveling with your twin soul from planet to planet. It's really amazing, magnificent, and I really like that. And because of that, I could see the weird thought interactions I had with myself, that you can get out of psychosis. Because when being in a psychosis, you know, you're disconnected with real life. You need to learn everything all over again, you know, and that's no joke. Everything, you know, what is a thought, what is a feeling, what is hearing a voice, voices, things like that. Where do you project them in? What are the boundaries, you know? But also the boxes of thought. I always talk about that, you know, but it's really true. Because when being lost, you know, you're hopping from one thought to another thought, and then in gradations with feelings and side thoughts and interactions with the afterlife, or maybe even past lives, you know, that you don't even know what you're thinking about. Maybe you don't even believe in reincarnation and things like that. But when to open up yourself, it's very nice to see that the afterlife is really there. And I've learned about past lives of mine, and I think it's really true, you know. It makes me feel more at ease in a way. And I think it's really important. It really is. It's beautiful, you know. It's really magnificent. And because of that, I'm getting more rest in my system. Like I said, universal love is all there is. But when being down and out, you know, you're fearful for your own thoughts and feelings. That's really true, you know. The afterlife, a truth. Mm. Because what do you think when there's nothing more? I mean, only being delusional all the time and not getting back on track with universal love, only stuck inside of the madness, you know. In every different perspective or point of view, you're screwed. You know, you're really screwed. That's all I can say about that. And because you're thinking about universal love, you can let go of the turmoil, and that will appear more and more to the surface in a way. So what was madness and insanity before is now being turned around in love and universal feelings of love, and, you know, what God is. So then you can let go of the turmoil within yourself, individually, but also collective. You know, we have individual thoughts and feelings in lives, but also the collective thoughts and feelings of life. You know, you notice it in the time what you're living in, or not. That's also a possibility, of course. You know, that you let go of everything. From zeitgeist, for instance. You know, times in our lives. I mean, what it's like to fight in a war, for instance. It's always a bad outcome, you know. Being good or bad doesn't matter. God is real, true. So when killing each other and murdering other people, or committing suicide for the matter of that, that's not a good thing. Abortion. I mean, you can be for or against it, but the fact is, when doing an abortion, you're killing a soul who wanted to be reborn from the afterlife to the earth. You know, so that's the truth. You know, that's really the truth. And we come and go from the places of the afterlife, but in the beginning, you know, you're trying to search for it, but you get lost with everything. Also within your one life, of course, you know, projecting everything on one life. That's normal. We all do that. But when learning about reincarnation and the afterlife, you will open up yourself for the better. And that's magnificent, you know. It's really magnificent. That's what I'm trying to say. It really is. And for me to get back on track again after a really terrible time, you know, I'm chronic psychotic, you know, I had it daily, every moment of the day, years on end. And I'm still not there yet, you know, but I am going into the right direction. And I'm always saying that, but it's true, you know. The me from today is not the me from a year ago. Although I'm trying to explain myself, and it is really helpful to watch the movies all over again, you know. It really is. It does me really well, yeah. And like I said, I'm using myself as an example, so I hope that other people have benefits from my stories. Universal, you know, everything is universal in the end. And then moving from life to life. Oh, my. It's really beautiful, it's really beautiful. Alrighty, I also wrote a small piece, so here it goes. I'm thinking about life mostly. When being in an episode, I'm really lost. How to explain my inner feelings, my own thoughts, in peacefulness and quietness. By being lost, it mixes up together. You can't explain yourself, lost in feelings and thoughts, lost within time. You need closure in a way. Then again, you need to be yourself first. Ending time after time, different gradations, serving on the ways of the afterlife. Because of that, you will learn your true inner me. Your inner turmoil can be laid to rest, because you're shifting in between the lessons of life. Some feelings are basic, some are universal. You need to learn to see the differences. Also, pieces you don't recognize, images from past lives. A feeling behind the curtain you can't see clear. Feelings within dark spheres sometimes as well. You're working in between different lives. A piece from different lives, a thought process, moving in between them again. Some feelings reappear, only not in the same mind setting. You can get control again. Letting go of turmoil is a big task, but when you succeed, you will change massively. They never return. That is a reappearing task from small ways into bigger ones. You learn to see the differences eventually. Lost within yourself is a big task to get back on track again. You learn new things on the way there. Learning about the afterlife and reincarnation. Learning the inner side of you all over again. The lower thoughts can be seen in a lighter perception and not being blown up in thunder and lightning all the time. One last step in darkness and sadness, to learn eventually everything that isn't true. The last step is always universal love, and you can't lose with that. Alrighty, it's nearly 10 minutes, it's past 10 minutes. I would say have a really great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.